Hey guys, my name is Priscilla and I'm a mom of 2 toddlers who decided to start chasing running goals again. I ran competitively in high school, ran a little bit in college, and then life happened. Injuries, babies, work, all the life things. And now I'm slowly finding my way back to running again. This channel is about that journey, what it looks like to train, race, and chase goals while also being a mom and working full-time. I started running for fun with my parents. They used to go to the track to walk for exercise, and my siblings and I would just spend the whole time either chasing after them or chasing after each other, running on the stairs. It was a fun thing to do together as a family. And one of my favorite childhood memories is them driving us all the way up to Northern California to do a kids track meet every year. I thought that was so fun and a formative memory for me. Running started off as something fun for my family to do together, but I really started to fall in love with the sport when I was in high school. My family moved from Southern California to Oregon, and I think my parents just felt like it was a lot safer up there, and they kind of gave me more independence to start running. Once we moved up to Oregon, I joined the cross-country team and ran all over the forests of Oregon and fell in love with long-distance running. Eventually, I ran in college for a little bit. Honestly, I did not love that experience. I think that I was just in way over my head at that level. But even after that experience, I never lost my love of running. After college, I dealt with a lot of injuries, fractured my femur, stopped running for about 1.5 years, but eventually I started craving it again.
That's when I started getting into longer distances, things like 5Ks, 10Ks, and half marathons, and I completely fell in love with that world. The environment at distance races is so fun. There's a huge community of people who love running, and it gave me something to train for and work towards. I've always been competitive, so race day has always been my favorite part. Eventually, I stopped running again when I got pregnant with my first daughter. I had a lot of pelvic pressure when I tried to run, so I decided it was better to pause running for a while and focus on staying healthy during pregnancy. At the time, I assumed competitive running would be something I came back to years later. Fast forward to now, my youngest daughter is 2, and I've slowly started building back into running again. Very slowly. But it has been so much fun. Running looks different now than it used to. I'm definitely not as fast as I used to be, but I appreciate it more now. Running has become a peaceful part of my day. Even if it's 30 minutes, it clears my head and helps me come back a better mom and a better wife.
That's really what this channel is about. This is Priscilla Runs, and it's a creative outlet for me to share something that I genuinely love. I also have some really big running goals, and part of this channel will be documenting that journey. I think it's really motivating to look back and see how far you've come, and I'm excited to document it so that I can do that. It's cool because I have a lot of friends that are in a season that I feel like I'm on the other side of. I had to give up something that I loved for a little while for something completely worthwhile. I'm glad I did it, and I would do it 1,000,000 times over again. But it is cool to be in a season now where I can bring back something that I really love that I just had to put aside for a little while. I think people in my life notice that. They're in those seasons of being pregnant, lots of life changes, and I feel like I get a lot of questions about how I balance things. And I hope that this channel can show you what the journey looks like, because I think a lot of times people, they come in and they observe the end of the journey. I think it's fun for myself and for other moms and other women to be able to look at the process and hopefully feel not alone, and also encouraged to find joy in all the seasons, even if it's a season where you have a lower capacity to do something that you love. Common questions I get: how do you find time to run? How do you train with kids? How do you start running again after babies? I think it's fun to share that in my personal life, and it's going to be so much fun to share that on here with new friends on YouTube. This isn't just a running channel, it's a documentation of running through many seasons of life. Because if there's one thing that I've learned as a parent, every season looks completely different. You have to be able to pivot, and every season you're evaluating your priorities and trying to make sure that the most important things are on top, and things just have to shuffle around sometimes. Sometimes you step away from things that were priorities before, and sometimes you bring them back in a new way. Running has definitely been one of those things for me. If you enjoy running, or you're a mom trying to get back into it, or you just enjoy following people chasing goals, I'm excited to bring you along for the journey. Let me know if there are things you'd want to see or questions you'd want me to talk about in future videos. And yeah, I'm really excited to start this. Thanks for being here.